There are multiple realities, Peter. This is Earth, Dimension 616.
I'm sorry, you're saying there's a multiverse? Because I thought that was just theoretical. I mean, that completely changes how we understand the initial singularity.
Whosoever hears this audio, if they be worthy, shall possess the insight, human, and superhuman abilities of the world's mightiest metahumans. Accompanying on this journey of high-quality nerd commentary, we got my man Colton, a.k.a. Pizza Parker. Talk to the people.
It was your boy Colton, a.k.a. Pizza Parker 3, though. Pizza Parker 3. So, you already know.
We also have the greatest engineer, my man Gas. Say what's up.
Yo, what's up?
And let me see what I got for y'all today. You know, it's your boy Dennis, a.k.a. Old Dirty Dennis, a.k.a. Nat Murdoch.
Damn.
I'm back, baby.
He's back, baby.
a.k.a. Green Goblin, a.k.a. Your Electro, a.k.a. Prince Pin, a.k.a. With great podcast comes great responsibility, a.k.a. I let my aunt talk for me, my web talk for me, my suit talk for me. What up, homie, a.k.a. Homie McGuire, a.k.a. William Dafoe. Now, I mean, you know.
The real foe.
I'm a bit of a podcaster myself.
Yeah, man. Look.
It was going on.
Yo, man. I just would like to say that Marvel did it for us, man.
They did it for us.
They had Nat Murdoch and Pizza Parker in the beginning of the movie just chilling together, nigga. I was like, look at the Mighty Metahumans podcast, man.
Look at us.
Look at us. Who'd have thought? Not me. Man, fuck. How do I feel?
Shit.
I feel like I want to talk about Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I know you didn't ask me the question, but
that's
I'll
okay.
answer regardless.
But before we start, welcome everybody. This is the first pod of the new year, 2022. Know what I mean? Of course, you know, we back. We got to talk about Spider-Man. That shit was crazy. Man, fucking fan service. Fam, we about to go crazy with this fucking episode.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Nah, fan service, fanboying, like we about to go fucking crazy. But yeah, you know, happy new year. How you feeling? Physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, podcastly.
You know, 2020 part 2. The pandemic making everything feel like the same year.
I feel you, bro. I feel you.
I don't know, man. It'd be a lot of, I don't know. It's a new year, but it just started. I don't know. I'm going to be good, though. It's going to be a good year. But
nah, it's going to be good.
The way that everything's starting off, it's not starting off on a good foot. I mean,
we're going to get it together.
Yeah, we're going to get it together.
We're going to get it together,
yeah, that's a fact. What about you? How you feeling?
Let me see.
Gas right now is doing a multiversal mission.
Yeah. I don't know. I you know what I'll say? I'll say around this time of the year, I do kind of like the whole the mental state that the end of the year to the new year, like I kind of get into kind of like that whole reflection shit. Like just, you know, figuring out plans for the new year versus like the shit that I did in like the year before, whatever. So like it kind of puts me into like a good reflection, like anime type, like main storyline character, like yo, just trying to figure shit out. Like I kind of like that. So I would say if I had to put like a quote or some shit on it, I would just say like things can always be better, but I'm striving for it. You know what I mean? Like just something simple. There's just like it's not perfect, but I'm gonna work towards that. You know what I mean? Like nothing too crazy. So honestly, I'm a little distracted because I noticed that you got the Infinity Gauntlet in here. Like,
yeah,
I don't
man,
know.
You know what I mean? Like, I put in mad work to build this. I feel like Hephaestus. I feel like Peter Dinklage, but the giant version that was in Thor.
Nah, that's a fact.
That shit took a lot of work to put together, man.
That shit is hard. I feel like it's bringing some like ambiance to the room.
Nah,
some,
this shit is basically the reason why the metaverse is even happening. Like, this shit is keeping us safe, to be honest. We don't want no motherfucking multi-dimensional rifts happening and shit.
That's a fact. Yeah, just make sure don't keep it.
And post that shit on the page.
Yeah, just don't keep it on like the edge of the table. Make sure that shit stay in the center.
You're right. That shit might fall.
All right. So Spider-Man. Of course, we gotta talk about this shit. Biggest movie to me of 2021. I mean,
yeah, we might have to go back
Yeah,
the
give me.
genies and give them the award.
Yeah, we gonna have to. Yeah. By the time y'all hear this, we definitely got to go back and give Tom Holland give him his shit. All right. So before giving me a detailed summary, just give me a quick summary, quick feelings. Just let it out. What did you think of the movie as a whole? Just give it to me. Without going into details and favorite.
Summary, quick summary. Fuck Tony Stark. That nigga dead for real. Willem Dafoe. Willem the main foe. Am I right? Am I right? Jamie Foxx is just a fuckboy. This nigga Tom Holland is mad broke. They did the Spider-Man pointing meme. I don't know, man. I just felt like nostalgia and big hand quotes, nostalgia the movie, as niggas like to call it, was the best comic book movie we've seen all year. Maybe one of the best comic book movies of all time.
Ooh,
like, that shit has lasting power.
We gonna get into some ranking.
Yeah, that shit. Damn, boy. That shit was good. And you know I love me as Pizza Parker. As the resident Spider-Man stan. I got everything I wanted and more. It was nuts. It was actually nuts.
Gas, did you see it?
Nah, I didn't see the movie.
Oh man, we gonna have to make sure you see that shit. Hell yeah.
Nah, I'll see it when it's time.
Yeah.
That's true.
For me, I'm gonna agree with you. Like, honestly, it was great. Like, I don't think there was anything left for them to cover for me, and we're gonna get into it later. But like, just how they wrapped up the other stories for like the other Spider-Man series. Obviously, if you guys are listening to this, spoilers. Like, let me just put that. Yes, spoilers. Like, if you haven't
ahead.
Like, if you haven't seen it by now, my nigga,
please.
We in January 2022.
Please.
Like, there's no see it.
Stop being a fucking weirdo.
The only person that's not allowed, the only person that doesn't get any judgment for not seeing it yet is Gas. And that's because he's fucking Gas. Like, everybody else, like, you should have seen it by now. Yeah, like, so for me, honestly, I love how they wrapped up the stories for Tom, for Andrew. Like, it was just great. And then get to see these guys together. And one of the things we talked about in Spidey SVU was him being too fucking cool. And he was a dork.
Yo, my boy.
Yo, Andrew was a dork in this.
Fucking dork. But he had to realize that, like, the essence of Peter Parker is high key being a dork.
Exactly.
And they got real meta with a moment in the shit where he was like, nigga, I just stopped pulling my punches. Like, I just didn't care. Like,
give a fuck.
I just didn't care. And that was what I kept complaining about Andrew. Like, first of all, he was too fucking cool as Peter Parker, and he was a great and cool ass Spider-Man, but he was also fucking wild in that Spider-Man.
Exactly,
he was doing a lot. So for them to acknowledge that, and for him to also get his redemption, the great reception and the redemption on top of that,
chef kiss, bro,
and tears. so much. Spider Dad, my boy Toby. Spider Father.
Yo.
That nigga's dead ass Spider Dad for real.
So while we here, give me some of your favorite parts. Don't give me all, because we're gonna go back and forth, but give me some. Some of the shit that stood out for you.
Fuck. It's so many. It's literally so many.
All right, so I'm gonna give you one because I feel like you in it right now.
Willem Dafoe.
Yo,
spine buster that's through 5 floors. The early 2000s violence, nigga.
You beat me to it, bro.
With early 2000s violence.
This nigga was Goldberg, son.
Yo, this nigga hit this nigga with every wrestling move in 5 seconds and then finished it with a spine buster through 5 floors.
This nigga's a menace.
He's a menace. He's the menace. That shit is crazy. What else? Hilariously enough, 2 moments I find very hilarious, but they're so fucking stupid.
Okay.
When the tree got sent
Oh.
And then the nigga was like, "Is this a tree man? Like, is this a living tree person?" And Jamie Foxx was like, "It's just a tree man, because it's dead as just a tree." And then Aunt May asking Octavius if he wanted salt water because he's an octopus. And I was like, these are the stupidest fucking jokes I've ever heard in my life. But I am dying right now.
Oh shit! All right,
what about you, Mike?
So some of my favorites were obviously Andrew saving MJ as a callback to Gwen. I thought that was great. Kind of teared up a little bit. Another one was Peter actually saving the Goblin, because it was kind of reminiscent of when he couldn't save him the first time and he got killed by his own glider. So this time when Tom Holland's Peter held the glider and was going to stab him, he stood in front of it this time.
Yeah.
So he kind of got his redemption on, because I mean, if he didn't say, the fact that he didn't save him in his universe is what spawned Harry's hatred for him, because he always blamed him for killing his pop. So it felt like he finally had that chance to redeem himself for that mistake. Other favorite parts, honestly, just seeing them together. When I've said this several times to several people, like the final scene where like they're all together and right before they disappear, Tom runs back and hugs them. Yeah. I feel like I was in the middle of the hug too. I was just like, yo,
I felt like I was a part of that.
Yeah, I was like, yo, this is our moment. We're all here together. Like this nigga got to hug the other, and then when Toby, like you said, Spider-Father was talking to Andrew and he was like, "You're not a loser. You're amazing. You're awesome. You're amazing.
Say it out loud. You're amazing." And I was like, this is that real music, man. Like,
this nigga spitting.
This nigga dead ass spitting. That's crazy. That's that real music.
Oh shit. Let me see what else that I like. I did kind of like Doc Ock. He kind of got his redemption as well. Like the MCU kind of went back and instead of just having Peter fight these guys, they redeemed them, like fixed them in a way. So Doc Ock basically he died in Spider-Man 2. Mm-hmm. And him coming back now, he had a chance to go back and fix his mistakes
and not be fucking insane.
Yeah, exactly. Because I thought that was really cool as well. Spidey and Strange's little chase scene was kind of cool. He won on a technicality because clearly Strange wasn't trying to kill this nigga. He's this fucking teenager. But I thought that was pretty cool. Like he beat this nigga with math, son.
Yeah, nigga was smart. Like I said,
yeah, he was smart.
I kept saying to my mans who watches Spider-Man, knows enough about Spider-Man, but he's not the biggest Spider-Man stand in the world. He is a fan though. But I kept turning around and whispering to him, "Yo, this nigga's smart."
Yeah,
like about Tom.
They really showed like, because I mean, he always they recognized that he was smarter than average, but they didn't put him on like genius level because he was always behind Tony. And, Tony was the star and billionaire, genius, playboy, philanthropist or whatever. This was his turn to like show that he can do shit without, a crutch. You know what I'm saying?
Having to suck on dick. Sucking on that iron dick. Without having to do that. I'm sorry. I'm going to say it.
Apparently the Night Deviant's here as well.
That's what they've been doing at Marvel over there, and then they started getting rid of it, and look how many hits they got.
Nah, yo, for real.
That's all I'm saying.
I also did like when Jamie was like you're from Queens and you're saving people. I thought you were black.
I thought you was a black man. Hey, I don't even blame him.
Listen, the way they keep hitting at Miles, at some point
it's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's just like they keep just tipping Miles. Like it's just the tip every single fucking time. It's like, yo, just bring him in. This is a straightforward question, and I already know your answer because it's my answer. Best villain performance.
I mean, nigga, we talked about this,
nigga,
in Spider-Man SVU before it even fucking happened, dog. Willem, the only foe. You get what I'm saying? Like that nigga, if I never see, and this is gonna be a crazy sentence, but I don't give a fuck. If I never, ever, ever see another Green Goblin again, I am fine.
Facts. Honestly, who replaces him? He does the way he can like turn on and off. Like he'll go from like Green Goblin to just like meager and like afraid in like a second. and then like his facial expressions while he does it, yo, he's meant for that role. You could tell he was excited to come back and like do this shit. Like it probably didn't take much to sell him on the idea. Like, yo, you gonna get to be Spider-Man ass, all of them. He was like, yo,
Did
word?
you see his little clip where he was like, yeah, nigga, if I'm gonna do this, I want to do this fully. So like, let me do some of my stunts.
Yeah,
like, I want to feel that feeling again. Like, and you could tell from just this Green Goblin is scary as fuck. Like,
Yeah.
I remember watching the first Green Goblin, and while he was strong as shit and wildin',
Nah, he was
I just
wildin' like
always
this,
felt
bro.
like he was just only batshit crazy, but
Yeah.
like kind of funny.
Yeah.
In this shit,
Yeah.
he was nuts. Legit nuts. The only funny part, and there's another favorite part that I'm gonna bring up, is I'm something of a scientist myself. Yo,
that was
you
hilarious.
don't understand how much I was fucking yelling in the theaters when he said that shit. I was like, this is what I need. This is what I wanted. I dead wanted him to say this.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's like Kevin Feige was just on Twitter, saved everybody's tweets, printed them shits out, and was like, yo, make this the movie.
We gonna make that shit happen.
Cause yo, the amount of fan service was honestly chef kiss.
Whew.
Like
It was
all
a
of
lot.
it was yo.
It was even more than just a lot. It was like we didn't even talk about like post credit.
Yeah,
like,
no, we gonna get to all
gonna
that.
get to that
We
later,
gonna get
but
to that
fuck.
in a second. Let's talk about the ending. I think that was pretty bittersweet. Know what I mean? The fact that the only way to save everyone is for everyone to forget Peter was Spider-Man, and he had to lose his he had to lose his boo. Know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I seen one of my favorite tweets is Peter Parker better than me. I would have been in the diner crying and throwing up like, babe, it's me, babe, it's that ass me. Why you forgot me? I love you, girl. Nah, I would have been in there begging too. Niggas is crazy. I would have dead ass be like, who you think gave you that chain? Yeah, I bet you don't remember where you got that chain from. Yeah, it was me, girl. Yo, take me back. I'm here. Like you said, we would remember each other.
Yo,
like what you saying?
Honestly, I think that was the scene that made me excited for the next Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Because it really felt like this nigga's going. Like, remember we talked about Toby's universe and all his struggles down bad? This nigga is down.
And that's why I said earlier,
bad,
this nigga
son.
is broke. Nigga, he is mad broke right now.
This nigga is down.
I love it.
Son.
And he got the OG suit.
Yeah, yo, we about to talk about that in a second. But
Nah,
yeah,
this nigga is mad broke and
down
down.
bad,
And
son.
and now he can be Mr. Bitches if he want to.
Yeah.
'Cause technically, your girl forgot who you are. So
It ain't cheating.
it's not really cheating. You get what I'm saying? I mean, she knows Spider-Man. You could probably bag her as Spider-Man
Exactly.
first, and then be like, "My
It's
name's
me,
Peter Parker. I knew you before. You were loving me." And
I felt it in my chest when he went to tell her, and then he stuffed the paper right back in his pocket and just kind of like gave that half smile, like, "Damn, I'm not even gonna fuck up a universe right now," and just left. It was like, "Damn, bro, like you really Toby now." Like you really became the new Toby,
really
son.
The new Toby, man. You really going fucking through it. He
I was like,
Toby
damn,
and
son.
him.
I think he got it even worse than Toby because Toby never experienced happiness. He just was down bad. Like this nigga Tom was on top of the world, son. This nigga was like, he wasn't rich, but he had access to like the Avengers. My nigga, like he had access to all of Tony's tech. He had everything. And then now he's just in an apartment. Like, and you know what was funny? I thought maybe they just couldn't find the actor. But when he pulled up at the apartment and the dude was like, yeah, the rent's due, blah, blah, blah. Yo, I swear to God, I thought it was going to be the dude from Spider-Man from Toby shit that always talks about the rent.
Yo,
I swear to God, I thought it was him.
I need him
son.
to be in the multiverse. I need him to. What's his name? Mr. Fuck. Oh, he's the legend.
Yeah.
The biggest legend for rent.
I bet rent.
Yo, get your damn rent when you fix this damn door. Yo, legendary.
I swear to God, I thought, like, when he said rent, I was like, here he comes. And they didn't show him. I was like, oh. Nah, I was mad hype. The suit. We made
Hamburger! That was me in the theater when I seen it. I was like, this nigga's broke.
Yo.
Iron Man's dead. Oh, and he has OG suit. I couldn't hold it in, man. I was in the theater.
Yo, the fact they didn't arrest this nigga is crazy, son. Yo, if I'm in the theater,
I was
heard this
daring
nigga doing
somebody
that.
to fucking pull up on me, son. I was off the strength of 15 Spider-Man movies, nigga. I was off the strength of every Spider-Man movie. I was moving crazy in the theater, son. That shit was crazy.
Oh shit!
Nah, but jokes aside, I dead ass cried when I seen the OG suit.
Yo,
like
son.
a tear, like dead ass rolled down my eyes. Like,
that shit look beautiful, son.
like the commercial with the Native American nigga, like when he sees somebody litter.
Yeah.
Like dead ass, a tear like rolled down my eye when my boy jumped out the window and had the original
moving
suit.
crazy, son.
I was like, oh, this nigga.
I knew he was broke when they showed the sewing machine.
Yo,
I was like,
with the materials,
nigga.
with the shiny material. I was like, oh, this nigga broke as fuck. Let's get it.
I was like, okay, I like how he's moving right now. Let's see. So what do you rate the film? Oh, wait. What the fuck is that? You hear that?
What you talking about? Oh,
Is
I think
that
that's something by the door. Oh, let me check.
You sure that's not your? You sure that's not your
Oh!
I think that's your mom.
Oh, let me open it up.
I think she left. I think she left. We good.
Oh, fuck.
Nah, we good.
Oh.
What is that? No. I think we good. We good. Let's see. What was I saying? Yeah, what did you rate the episode?
The
I mean,
movie?
the episode, the movie.
You know, even though I said I love this movie, I really feel like there was a... Nah, it's a 10 out of 10, my boy. Ain't no excuse. That shit was a 10 out of 10, my nigga. That shit was perfect. That shit was dead ass perfect.
Let me see. Honestly, I'm gonna give. The only reason I'm not gonna give it a perfect. I'm gonna give it a 9.5.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it a 9.5. The only reason I'm not gonna give it a
perfect.
Yeah, I mean the only reason I'm not gonna give it a perfect score is because I want to give Tom Holland some room to be the broke Peter Parker.
Yeah, not Peter Man.
Yeah, Peter Man. Like I want to see what he does with that now that it's like this nigga got nobody. Like he don't got Ned, he don't got MJ, he don't got Aunt May, no Happy, no Tony, no Avengers. It's just him. How does he move in a world like that where it's just he got no one but himself now? Like I'm interested to see like where we go with that. Here's another good question. Where do you rate this in terms of trilogies for you?
Oh man, definitely number 2 still.
Yeah, number 2.
Raimi verse is still number 1.
Okay.
This is definitely
in terms of not just Spider-Man. I just mean like Marvel movies. Period. All the trilogies.
Oh fuck, nigga.
Yeah.
Well,
where you got it?
I know not that high still. Because Far From Home still exists. You get what I'm saying? It's like the first movie, Homecoming, was like, oh shit, Spider-Man, this is cool. Far From Home was like, fuck. And then this was like, what the fuck? So like, Captain America has better trilogy.
Okay.
Because it's two for 3.
So
who else?
Yeah, give me
He's
something
definitely
else.
better than Iron Man, because fuck Iron Man. Thor's trilogy is trash. Throw that at the bottom of the trash. Ant-Man has 2 movies, and the first one's the good one, and the second one is meh. Who else exists? Black Panther got 1 movie. Black Panther's hot, so that don't count. Avengers is Avengers, but Avengers is Avengers. I would say solo wise, this is the second best trilogy.
Yeah.
Yeah, behind Captain America.
That's literally what I was gonna say.
Second
like for
best
me,
behind
like Cap is still the one to beat. Like you can't like. I know a lot of people don't like the first one. the first Cap movie. But then like when I think about it, it's like how would they have changed that to make it more modern? Because he has to come from like that war, you know what I mean? Like the war broken down past or whatever to become the new Captain America, because that's how he evolves as a person into like the new age or whatever. So to me, the first one was cool. The second one is like perfection. And then the third is like Avengers like 2.5 or some shit. Like it's damn near Avengers movie.
It is.
So
an
for
Avengers
me,
movie.
like Cap,
and that's when we see Spider-Man first.
yeah. And like for me, like that's still the one to beat. Like you said, the first Spider-Man joint, it was like, yo, this is cool. Like we got a new Spider-Man. I kind of fuck with him. The second one was like a lot of that shit I could live without, aside from like the Mysterio fight, which was I thought super crazy. And then this one was just like, yo, wow, okay, like you did that. So like for me, like out of all the trilogies, it's the second best. Because honestly, after Iron Man 1, I could live without the other two Iron Man movies, to be honest with you. Like the second one was meh. And the third one was just like, I guess.
Fuck about Tony Stark, nigga. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck, though. We hate that nigga on this side. Like, I hate him. So I'm just always keep saying that. That nigga has one of the worst trilogies, and he's a starter.
Keep going free.
Nigga, that shit is whack. That shit is, y'all really be on this nigga's nuts. And and his second movie's bad, and his third movie's even worse. So why y'all even on his dick? That nigga caused all the issues. Niggas had to make you forget who Peter Parker was for us to get a good movie because Tony Stark was attached to this nigga. Don't ever bring this nigga up ever again, Marvel, please. Y'all been doing such a great job from What If to other shit. Y'all shitting on him. I love it. Keep it up. We don't need this nigga.
Yo,
I'm sorry.
All I asked this nigga was where he ranked the trilogies.
This shit just got me tight thinking about how Iron Man don't even get the slander other niggas do. Like Iron Man 2 and 3 wasn't some fucking ass.
Yo.
Whatever, man.
Yeah, like so for me it's definitely second because Thor ain't it, unfortunately. I think third would probably be like the Avengers. Either like all right, so I'll put Avengers and Spider-Man are fighting for second, honestly, because I still get nostalgia from the first one. Like it's hard for me to rate it because it's like I remember when that shit first happened, it was just like, yo, what the fuck? Like we actually have an Avengers movie. This is fucking crazy. The second one is very underrated. The Ultron shit. You gotta like if people who hate that shit need to go back and watch it because I did that and it was like, yo, this shit kind of slapped. Like we gave it like a lot of flack for no reason. And then the third one is fucking Thanos, nigga. Like that's an insane back to back. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
I would say let me be more realistic.
Go ahead.
I guess percentage-wise, 66.6%
Okay.
is a better... How many Avengers movies there are? 4, right?
Yeah.
So there's Avengers Assemble, Avengers Age of Ultron, Infinity War, and Endgame, right?
Yeah. To me, that's a hard lineup.
Avengers Assemble
because it's not really a solo
movie. It's the first
movie.
one, but I don't really care for it. Sorry, guys. Ultron, I liked more than other people did, but I know a lot of people don't really like Ultron,
which is crazy to me. It was actually really
kind of
good.
Nuts. Infinity War is untouchable to me. That's like we got too many first, and that shit was too good.
Yep.
And Endgame, I really only like the second half of the movie. I don't like the first half of the movie.
I mean, I get it.
And but Civil War has way too many moments that like niggas will never forget, ever. So I mean, could see if Avengers edging out Spider-Man, but it's also not fair because that's what I was about to say.
It's not a solo trilogy.
Oh, it's not a solo series in general.
Honestly, like if I add up all the big moments across the Avengers movies, it's like a number one. Honestly, like you add all the shit that happened in Endgame. Like I'm talking about just the best parts of Endgame, of Infinity War,
My
of
nigga,
Age of Ultron,
think
and the
about-
first one. It's impossible to beat.
Spider-Man in general. If we did this fairly for real, and we took out every Spider-Man scene from all the other movies, he kind of killing compared to a lot of other people.
That's a fact.
Because like him and Black Panther, when they showed up in other people's shit, they was fucking wildin'. Bucky too.
Yeah.
Like there's a few niggas that like if they
got
show
some
up
moments.
in your
Yeah,
shit,
they got some moments.
they're probably gonna be fucking wildin'.
Yeah.
Even Captain Marvel didn't even get a moment in her own movie, but in Endgame she was
wildin'.
fucking wildin'.
She was fucking wild.
So and then like what if? And like you think about shit like that and you just like, damn. Okay.
That's why for me I had to put Avengers third, only because the only knock against it is it's not really a solo film. Like none of them are solo films. Like
That's
even
true.
if you wanted to do like a Thanos, it's a Thanos arc. The first two aren't really Thanos specifically. Like he might be pulling the strings, but we don't see him until fucking Infinity War. So by default, I'll give it third because it's not a solo film. Spider-Man is second for me because the first one and the third carries his series for me into second place. But Cap is still the one to beat, bro. Like I don't know who's going to do it. Personally, I thought it would have been T'Challa. See how that happened. Like Cap is still the one to beat. Like I don't know who's going to do it, but
Who?
I don't know who's going to beat
Who's
it.
gonna beat Cap?
Yeah, be his trilogy, son.
Might be this next Spider-Man trilogy if they do it the right way, my boy. That's all I'm saying. If they do it the right way, if Shang-Chi can get Jackie Chan like they was talking about,
okay.
we might be on some. We might be cooking with some fire.
Yeah. Nah, Shang-Chi. Like if they could pull off a hard second one, he might
be in the running.
Yeah, he
for real.
might be in the running. He might be in the running.
Yeah, like I really just believe that if anyone argued that Far From Home is so bad that they don't want to give Spider-Man a top ranking,
Nah,
I would be tight, but I also would be like, damn, that shit was kind of bad. Like, but I'd still be tight. But it got to be at least a top 3 solo franchise.
It is because like you were talking about with Endgame. To me, the second half is pretty fucking good. Like
The first half is fucking boring. I'm sorry, guys. I seen Endgame 3 times. I fell asleep 2 times. That's crazy to me. I be so into these shits, and then I fell asleep, and I always wake up at the best parts. Always, every time. I don't know. Something about my soul it sees these niggas sitting around quipping at each other, and I'm just like, I am not interested. I am just not engaged in whatever the fuck y'all talk. Please do something.
But I feel like that's how it is for Far From Home. Because like once Mysterio reveals that he's really actually Mysterio, and him and Peter actually have to show off, and you get that sense of like as good as Spider-Man is before his Peter tingle really kicks in, he doesn't have a way to beat this nigga. Like he doesn't know reality from fiction anymore. Like he doesn't know what's real for him anymore. And I do appreciate that. So for me, as much as, Far From Home is the weakest of the 3, the second half of it carries it just enough that I can sustain a second place in trilogies.
Yeah, I will say that its final act and the shit they showed with Beck versus Spidey, and then Spidey developing his spider senses, and then that scene on the bridge, like all that shit was hard, but it's just a weak movie. That's my only issue. I wish it wasn't as weak.
Yeah.
Also, hilariously enough, I just seen this on Twitter and was just like, fuck, that was another good random joke when niggas said, are you gonna go into battle as some cool looking youth pastor to Toby? Because Toby was dressed mad corny.
Yeah.
Nigga has no drips. Yo, I'm so happy that they kept him to be dripless.
Exactly.
He's so dripless. Like in every Spider-Man movie, he had no drip.
Hey man,
Love
he can't afford it.
The only drip he got is literally the Spider-Man suit.
Yeah, that's it.
I feel it. That nigga broke. He trying to make it work with MJ. That nigga probably still struggling in his world, which is crazy.
Oh shit.
Fuck.
Okay. So now we can get to some of the fun part. Let's talk end credits, right? Venom as a plot device. Now, I did not see this coming. I thought we was going to get Tom versus Tom, and they were like, no. Sheesh. I do feel like I feel like this opens up the possibility of Flash being the MCU Venom, because we do have the symbiote. We just don't know who's because right now it's in Mexico. So it's gonna work its way from Mexico to Queens to, basically upper Manhattan where Spider-Man currently is. So within that journey, I do feel like Flash is probably the best candidate for who you got. Who you got?
I fucking hate Flash. That Flash character.
Yeah.
If he's the symbiote, I will literally go to Marvel Studios myself and figure out a way to take his job. Because why? Okay, I agree with you. Yes.
Because I'm going to tell you why
he's
I picked
one
him.
of the best candidates, but I only say that because we've seen him.
Okay.
Here's another candidate that a lot of people wasn't thinking. Mac Gorgon, Scorpion. He actually becomes Venom in a comic run. And he was kind of like the first Venom. Here's another one. Bring another Norman Osborn, right? And make him the Red Goblin, which doesn't necessarily have to do with Venom, but since Carnage is Venom's child, yeah, let him be Red Goblin, because that's another shit in the Bible. It might as well be the Bible to us, the nerd Bible. It's in a comic. But yeah, Flash Thompson has a lot of things set up for him to literally become Agent Venom, or just Venom in general. Whereas both of his parents are scientists. We never see them.
Mm-hmm.
The symbiote is here now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking the government's gonna... Well... Not the government. It's gonna find Pete first.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna get the symbiote Spidey arc. Then he's gonna not want it no more. Then I'm thinking the government intervenes and takes it and starts doing tests.
Okay, so you're leading
to Flash.
You're in my theory, and then you kind of deviated. So I think going off the Venom arc, the symbiote arc, I think how that happens is the first film that we get is in this new Spider-Man trilogy is either Scorpion, like you said, or Kraven. Now, the reason why I personally think Kraven, two reasons. One, at the end of towards the end of the movie, when the sky was breaking, one of those silhouettes, one of them looked like Rhino, and another one looked like Kraven. They had like the staff or whatever.
It was Kraven.
Right. So I feel like those broke in before Strange finished his spell to like lock off the sky or whatever. And the fact that now nobody knows who Spider-Man is. He's just a vigilante again.
That's a fact.
So if you hire someone to track this nigga down, who would be the perfect person for a job like that? Kraven. Now, Spider-Man no longer has his tech. He doesn't have the Iron Man shit. He doesn't have the Avengers help. He gets overpowered. What evens the score? The symbiote. You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense.
I feel like I'm spitting.
So I feel like it's a connection. It's a combination of both.
Yeah.
Because here's another thing. A part of the script that got thrown out was supposed to... Spider-Man 3 was supposed to be Kraven hunting Peter.
Yep.
Because J. Jonah found out and hired the nigga to hunt him.
Yep.
Now, what I'm thinking in my head is that might still be the plot point for the next one. It might not just be Peter Parker. It might just be like, let's hire this nigga to hunt the spider. Yeah. And then when he's first fucking him up, he's fucking him up.
Exactly.
Got him in hell.
He don't got no fucking spider tech, none of that shit.
He starts wilding. He decides that, I'm fucking wilding.
Yeah, I'm doing too much.
Suit. I'm going to get rid of this. And then I'm thinking... They don't necessarily give us Venom in that movie.
No, it's going to lead.
But we get a scene where it's like, oh shit, that person about to be Venom.
Yeah.
So.
And I do feel like, honestly, because we're keeping Flash, he got into MIT,
Yeah.
We're keeping Ned. We're keeping MJ. The
We talk about Ned after.
I got some stuff for Ned too. The one thing that Spider-Man, out of all the characters, he has a personal relationship, I feel like, when it comes to like villains, to pull at the heartstrings. So if you give him a Flash that's Venom, it kind of adds like conflict for him, because it's like, I got to take him down, but I know Flash. Like, he was a bit of a dick, but he was a good guy. But now I have to fight him. And that leads me into my Ned theory. I feel like
we both connected right now. So there's two paths that niggas could take Ned, right? Feel me? Open the door.
We going down. Yeah, we going down the same one.
Because SVU, I don't know. Your boys is kind of right about things. I don't know. I'm just saying. And they even the other spot. Your boys kind of be right. But let's continue down the path. So this could go two ways. And I think Marvel did this purposely.
Yes.
So that we won't know which direction they go until they go. So boom. First plot point. Ned's aunt telling him that his family has magic.
Boom.
Boom. He opens the portals. Boom. He can use Doctor Strange ring thing. Boom. Doctor Strange acknowledged him.
He was like,
as a magic user.
Yeah,
he was like, okay.
Put a pin in that. Yeah.
The pin in this is Ned can become a good magic user. He could be like Spider-Man's Wong, which would be like a new character. However, here's the other flip side that they set up.
Yep.
Funny quips, funny joke moment. Ned, who is best friends with Spider-Man, asked the other two Spider-Men, y'all got best friends, right? What happened to them? And both of them just like, oh, yeah, our best friends tried to kill us and then died in our arms. And that is like, and then he goes to Peter and is like, I'll never do that. Boom, boom, boom. Peter gets forgotten by everybody, so he don't remember that promise. And not only that, if you look up the name Ned Leeds,
there we go.
In the comics, we're looking at a hobgoblin.
Boy.
Beyond that, Marvel loves doing this thing where someone's inspired by something that they seen, and then they start doing shit. I'm thinking Ned probably thinks I'm a victim because they don't remember Pete. So we're going to get into that too, because the spell fucked up. But they don't remember Pete. So I'm thinking in his head, he's thinking, me and Mary Jane were victims. We got saved by Spider-Man and Mr. Magic. And we seen all these crazy villains wilding. That shit is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Ned get into MIT. Peter works mad hard. I guess he gets a crazy job. He gets to meet up with the homies and be with them.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking a romantic rival type situation because he might be dating MJ by then. And if he's dating MJ and then Peter pulls up and he starts doing smooth shit, he's like, yo, fuck this nigga, man. Yo, fuck this nigga, man. And I do think Peter will go to him on some like, I'm Spider-Man, like, you dead ass my mans. And he's going to be on some shit like, yo, fuck you, dog. Now that I know you Spider-Man, I'm finna kill you.
So I'm going to build on what you just said. So here's my Ned becoming a villain theory. So I think it's a combination of both things that you said. One, the idea of him having magic, and two, or being having an affinity for magic, and the whole MIT thing. So using just the practical idea of looking him up, he's losing weight. And when niggas in Marvel start losing weight, they have a role to fill. He's just not a side character anymore. So I feel like this is leading him down the path of, like you said, Hobgoblin. The fact that they're at MIT, this is the only chance, because there's no Tony Stark, no Avengers. This is the only chance that they have access to advanced laboratory equipment, right? And going on what you said about him remembering that Spider-Man saved them, I feel like he's probably going to try to take on a role of creating tech to help people, right? And I feel like somewhere along the line, it's gonna, you know, like how a good villain has a good reason for the thing that they're doing, but it just doesn't go right, kind of like a Mr. Freeze. I feel like he's going down that path where it's just like, I'm going to create these things to keep us safe, but at the same time, he's going to have flashbacks.
I'm dead
And
thinking. Yeah,
he's
I
the
like that.
flashbacks that he's going to have is, to me, is tied into the magic, because everyone else that forgot sans Doctor Strange are just regular people. So if they put this spell on someone that has an affinity for magic, it would be a great callback that he still has flashbacks of his old life and he just can't explain why. You know what I'm saying? So he's gonna see like, yo, why do I know a Spider-Man? Why do I feel like I'm kind of like what they did with Eternals with Athena? And she had all these flashbacks of all her past lives and it made her insane. I feel like that's how they twist Ned into a villain. And that also works for Spider-Man, because how ironic that one of your biggest threats is your best friend. And you will have to stop him, but at the same time you don't, because you have a life that you remember with this guy that he doesn't remember.
Yeah, that's true.
Also,
Hobgoblin in the comics at a point, the Ned Leeds Hobgoblin was brainwashed.
Exactly.
He
so
wasn't like
this is the closest we could get to that, where I'm saying like he knows what the reality is, but at the same time he can't explain these flashbacks of this past life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
I'm just hoping we get anti-hero vibes, maybe a little bit more from that.
We might.
I do believe that I don't want him to just be some evil nigga that ends up dying in Peter's arms. To be real. I'd rather, like, I like Ned, like, a lot.
I know, I like Ned too. But
and
I feel like
I would want him to be cooler. But at the same time, I don't want him to end up being a sacrifice. Well, I don't know.
I mean, I feel like
we'll see how it goes.
I feel like he is going to be because I feel like this new trilogy to completely change things. One, they fixed the whole everyone knows who Spider-Man is, and MJ doesn't know Peter. What would be the best way to cause a conflict in his new life other than to get rid of his best friend? Like, he lost his aunt. His main man is now his main villain. His girl don't remember him. He's broke. This nigga's down bad in every fucking way. And that's when it's like he remembers everything Toby and Andrew told him about, like, how you, even with everything down, like, you still got to find a way to be Spider-Man. You know what I mean? Like, you have to, like, get on top of that. So I do feel like he's going to figure out, you know what I mean? Like, I know Gas has not seen the movie, but you know Spider-Man. Like, you know his general fucking story.
Yeah.
So I feel like for him, like, this is how they lead into the Spider-Man that we know. Like, broke Spidey, I ain't got no bitches. I'm working at fucking Daily Bugle taking pictures of myself. You know what I mean? Like, he's trying to, I feel like they're pivoting towards that. And this would be a perfect way to kind of get rid of his best friend. This nigga don't got no friends. Like, it's just him.
They're trying to take it back to the original version of it.
Exactly. Take it back to the OG shit. So, I don't know. I feel like that's kind of where we're headed with the whole idea of you know, Spider-Man and this new trilogy. It makes sense to me. Like, it makes way more sense if you tell me that one, we always wanted Venom, and this is a cool way to introduce that. Two, the whole Craven idea. I do feel like we went through so many fucking villains in this movie that it's not like he's ran out of villains, but we went through enough that we got to go through Scorpion.
But here's the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man's gallery of villains is mad fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Because it's connected with mad other people, and that's what they want to do. So they haven't used Chameleon. They haven't used Rhino properly.
Yeah.
They haven't used Kraven properly. They haven't used Doppelganger, which is the 6-armed Spider-Man monster. They haven't used Hobgoblin.
I do feel like Ned is Hob.
I feel like Ned is Hob too. They haven't used Shocker.
Yeah, they didn't really use him much.
They didn't use a Shocker for real. Wasn't Evil Dave Chappelle Shocker?
Yeah.
Evil Dave Chappelle should come back. They have Matt Gorgon, but they haven't used him properly also. Like he never got the suit. We see Mysterio, but we haven't seen Magic Mysterio. Fuck, man. And we haven't seen a real Norman Osborn. We haven't seen a real Otto Octavius.
That's true.
From
this universe, yes.
We haven't seen Morbius. Like we have in the previews and shit, but we haven't. It's just with Spider-Man. Oh, and we've seen Kingpin recently.
Yeah.
And Hawkeye. Yeah, so it's like now if that nigga's still here.
He's still here. He's still here.
What the fuck? Yeah. Like Spider-Man has mad shit to deal with now.
So one thing I kind of do appreciate in hindsight, and I do feel like a lot of like the Iron Man Junior comments kind of appreciate too, is the fact that from a contractual aspect, what they did with Spider-Man was isolate him. Mm-hmm. So now they can do these movies. Like let's say, knock on wood, Amy Pascal and Kevin Feige are just like, yo, fuck it. This partnership is over. We're done. Yeah. We're not working with Sony no more. They not working with us. It changes nothing in the MCU at this point.
Nothing.
Because no one knows this nigga anymore.
They don't even know who this nigga is. You know what I'm saying?
So they can make stories now where it's just a Spider-Man movie. Where there's no Doctor Strange for him to lean on. There's no Tony for him to lean on. It's just him. And he has to figure everything out by himself.
On his own.
And I like that because, like I said, even if the partnership falls apart, we got so much that intertwines that this movie to me, like they called the I think Far From Home, they called it like the end of Infinity War or whatever. To me, this is the end of Infinity War.
Literally.
Because now it's just like we can talk about Spider-Man and never mention anybody else.
Exactly. We can talk about Spider-Man and other Spider-Man.
Exactly.
And that's all I wanted. I never wanted to have a conversation about my favorite hero and then just hear why people like, why did Tony Stark do this? And why did this nigga do that? And like, that's mad annoying to me.
Exactly. So I feel like this was the perfect way. To me, this is the actual end where it's just like, so we can do anything now and it doesn't affect the MCU, even though it's in the MCU. I thought that was fucking perfect. Like, genius, actually.
I just need Shang-Chi to teach him the way of the spider. That's it. That's all.
If he ever meets him. Like,
I mean, he don't know who Peter Parker is. No one does.
No one does.
So if he meets Spider-Man, he might just fight the nigga.
Yeah, exactly.
I need that. I didn't need that. I also need Spider-Man in this next movie to just be web swinging, and then Daredevil just pops up like, "Fuck you doing?"
Yo, we need to see Black Cat at this point because I mean, at some point they said that they want to introduce her in her own solo movie. Yeah, he needs some hoes. Like
he's very homeless right now.
He down bad. So he gotta at least have some girls that he can call up. Like he got nothing right now.
That's crazy because like, I think they're gonna introduce a Gwen Stacy.
I do too.
But I also think that he's going to see this Gwen and be like, yo, chill. After what Andrew said. He's like, Gwen? Relax, ma'am. Don't talk to me.
Nah, he definitely needs... Because, I mean, what else he got? One, he don't got a job. Like,
he definitely don't got a job. He don't got a degree. Yo. The nigga, remember, he don't exist. So he don't got his high school degree. Exactly. You went to high school for no reason. Think about that. Think about that. Nah, for real. Think about that. You literally went through 4 years of school to just not exist to nobody.
Nobody knows you, bro. Like, I think that's crazy. And I don't even know how he landed in that apartment because that's mad close to Rockefeller Center.
Now I'm about to ask another question.
That's mad close to Rockefeller Center.
That nigga don't have a social security number technically.
He
got just don't exist at all.
How the fuck he get this apartment? Granted, it was a beat down. Yeah, like what was the down payment? Did you sell everything? Like
did Aunt May leave him bread?
That's what I'm saying.
It had to have been $100. The way that nigga was moving at the end of that movie, there was no way that shit was not more than 1 month's of rent. Like that nigga. That nigga had
He had a cup of coffee,
an
bro.
$800. I'm gonna do this guess because I've done real estate before.
Okay.
That nigga had a $950 sublet with a shared kitchen and shared bathroom, and still had nothing in his room.
Yo, that's crazy, son.
You know how broke you gotta be?
He sold all his t-shirts because he ain't had nothing. He
That
literally
nigga
walked in with a bag.
And
son.
now that I'm thinking about it, and he's rocking that new suit,
Yeah.
he sold all his Stark
Yeah, everything, son. All that shit.
That nigga was broke. That nigga was broke.
Yo, how you broke for Christmas? That's
That's
crazy,
crazy.
son. Like, he had nothing.
That nigga was out there just swinging around the city while Kate Bishop and Hawkeye was going through
downstairs.
It, just downstairs.
By the same trees.
He probably looked at it and was like,
nope.
Nah, I'm too broke
I
for this.
literally just made this suit.
I literally just made this. Nah, I'm good. He said, they got it.
It's two of them. Like,
It's two of them. Shit. That girl's pretty good. All right, that's pretty cool.
Oh shit. You got anything else before we jump into worthies?
The gauntlet moving funny.
It's moving a little weird.
I don't know.
Just hold that still. Hold that still. I'm gonna go through my worthies real quick.
Go through your worthies. Go through your worthies.
So my worthies, first three, very important. Stan Lee, Steve Ditko, and Jack Kirby.
Oh yeah.
They gave us Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
Very important. Know what I mean? A combination of all three. They all had their own stories that led us here. We had the silver, I believe it was the Silver Spider that started. And Stan Lee took that to Jack Kirby, and they basically created Spider-Man, bro. Like,
Hey, yo,
need
Silver
that.
Spider shit is whack.
Yeah, he was like that silver. He was like, what?
You gotta
Like,
make some new
Nah,
shit.
we gotta upgrade that, bro. John Watts, good trilogy, underrated director, and I think he's gonna be in charge of Fantastic Four.
Nah, that. Oh yeah.
I think he is, and I do feel like he'll do a decent job because Spider-Man is funny, but it never felt like they're going too far. You know what I mean?
It was
like
never
it wasn't.
It wasn't quip-tastic like it usually is in Marvel.
Exactly.
Where it's like, oh, y'all giving us a bunch of random quips because y'all probably didn't have anything to say right here.
Exactly. It felt like here's story, here's some serious shit, here's some slight jokes to lighten the mood, but never to the point of like Ragnarok, like hey, slapstick comedy type shit. So,
oh my god,
I'm not gonna get him started.
Don't get me started. On Taika Waititi, aka Korg. I hope Korg dies next movie.
Hey man, chill.
That's fine. That was a good one. That was mad good. All right, you know what? All right, fuck. We need Korg to die, and then we need Dennis as Zord, like his brother, his twin brother.
Oh shit. All right. Next, Insomniac Games. Nigga.
Oh shit. Okay.
Like they gave us Spider-Man. Like for real Spider-Man. And finally, a combination of Marvel, Disney, and Sony. Nigga, like they made that shit happen. They actually worked the deal.
Sony.
Word.
My
like they
boys.
actually fucking
the ultimate fusion of niggas just making things go down.
And we somehow got here. So yeah, that's my worthies. Give me what you got.
My worthies is actually my worthies are Sandman and Lizard because they was just in the movie.
They was just here.
That was it.
Here
Like,
for a good time.
First of all, Sandman just didn't know what the fuck was going on. He just was like, yo, I just want to go home. Like, I'll attack
I got my
anybody to
kids.
get home right now. Like, and then the lizard literally just wanted to turn people into lizards. He didn't care about nothing else. You know what? I appreciate that. You guys are worthy for being super fucking simple. I'll give you that. What else is worthy? Iron Man dying in Marvel.
Yo.
That's super worthy. Because we would have never got this movie if that dick rider was alive. Hey, worthy. Super worthy. And finally, Tom Holland as Spider-Man. I will give you fucking credit, you son of a bitch. I didn't believe in you. I didn't for a very long time. For a very, very long time. I thought you were the best of both, but you weren't my favorite. I didn't care for you that much. I actually like the other two way more than I liked you. But now, I don't hate anybody. You guys are all fucking lit. I love everybody. Also, Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. But Tobey Maguire is my GOAT. And Andrew Garfield's just cool and funny as shit. And they made him a super dork in this movie, and I appreciated it.
Facts.
And yeah, that's pretty much it, man.
Nice.
That's it.
Yo, your gauntlet, bro.
Oh shit.
What the? Yo, did you break the? Yo, is that the time stone? Nigga, what the fuck did you do? Colton, what the fuck did you do? Yo, what the fuck is happening? Nigga, what the fuck? Yo, what the?
The Mighty Metahumans will return.